Melody here. You might know me as ApplePie Movement. In today's interview with Mindy Dawn, we discuss how she has become a visual activist for the LGBTQ community, fighting for equity in the state of Georgia. So grab a piece of pie. Come on, join our conversation.
One of the challenges, in society, it's, we look at disenfranchised communities, but one of the hardest disenfranchised communities to really survive is poverty. You always have to check your privilege.
What's your experience with poverty? Has it hit you personally or close to home with people that you know, or is it just an overall concern that you have with people from our population?
It's definitely an overall concern, but and seeing some people that we know who some of the decisions that they make are because of their financial state, and they feel like this is the thing that they need to do in order to survive, and they can't think about self-actualization in this moment. All they can think about in this moment is how to survive.
Yeah, and I think that's where a lot of racism and homophobia stems from, is just fear, because when people are not hopeful of their future and they're afraid for just the economics of their future and how they're going to provide for themselves, then they're not going to be open to supporting alternative lifestyles and legislation, which is why one of our catalyst projects is the Justice for Lynch Victims concert 2018, and the celebratory concert, we're using that in part to fund the MPO, which will create and facilitate technical training and placement for domestic violence survivors, queer persons, and the working poor, because we have 7 million jobs in America for which we don't have a technically trained, skilled workforce. So if we were able to facilitate that and then elevate America to where we have more people earning a livable wage, then I think we could create the platform to support the inclusive legislation and so forth. It's kind of all, it's the timing of the day. If we can kind of get everything together all the same point in time to coincide, then I think we could really be able to change America, because I think if we don't facilitate some sort of job training program, I don't see how our population is going to move forward, with the legislation that we need to, especially trans people are so discriminated against when it comes to employment and housing and opportunities. So
Absolutely.
I kind of feel tech is the future to that, because you work remote and then you're just judged by your work, not by how you appear. In closing, do you have any last thoughts that you would like to include, or any hopes or remarks?
I would say that really it just harkens back to make your mistakes, own your mistakes, and learn from them and grow. Be curious. Find your light. If you feel like you have somebody who you identify as a role model, get what you can from them, but figure out what your truths are. Learning from somebody else can get you but so far. You got to figure out who you are. We have enough me's in this world, and that's one. And there's only one you in this world. So be the best you. That's the best revenge that you can possibly do is live well.
So everybody, thank you so much for joining us for another ApplePie Table Talk. We'll look forward to seeing you again. Thank you, Mindy, for being our guest. It was great getting to know you and spend some time together. We'll look forward to seeing you again.
Thank you, Melody. Had a great time.